Well, this is what my Lord Justice Roy, my Lord, was my Lord, saying 29B. Small industries, those three conditions. My Lord. Rest, my Lord, A, promoting in a harmonious manner the industrial economy of the country and easing the problem of unemployment. Then B, securing that the ownership and control of material resources of the community are so distributed as best to subserve the common good. My Lord, in some contingency in future, like COVID, this power may have to be invoked. That includes, my Lord, control over the raw material also, because that's one of the natural resource or natural, my Lord, ownership of the nation as a whole. I may be, my Lord, producing, but ultimately it has to be harmoniously and uniformly distributed for the advantage of everyone. The nature, it covers every, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
It covers every aspect of industry. 2D, 11B, subsection 2, subclause D. The nature, cost and quality of the product of the industrial undertaking. This is also controlled.
This is in regard to small scale industry.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just saying that the...
All right, what apart from this, what else?
My Lord, 13D. Further provision for licensing of industrial undertaking in special cases. Effect any substantial expansion of an industrial undertaking which has been registered, etc. My Lord, please see the explanation. Substantial explanation. Substantial expansion means the expansion of an existing industrial undertaking which substantially increases the productive capacity of the undertaking or which is of such a nature as to amount virtually to a new industrial undertaking but does not include any such expansion as in normal undertaking having regard to its nature, etc. The government in a fact situation can say, expand your industry, expand your manufacturing capacity. Now, my Lord, 15. This is, my Lord, again to show that the entire spectrum of every part of industrial activity is occupied by the central law, which is completely missed by Tikaramji judgment. Power to cause investigation to be made into scheduled industries or industrial undertakings, where the central government is of the opinion that A1, there has been or likely to be substantial fall in the volume of production in respect of any article or class of articles relatable to that industry. So please, not just the product. When I say sugar, sugar cane, which is the raw material, is also relatable to the industry. Production in respect of any article or class of articles relatable to that industry or manufactured or produced in the industrial undertaking or undertakings, as the case may be, for which, having regard to the economic conditions prevailing, there is no justification. But the government can invoke 15 and say that why suddenly sugar production has gone down? Why suddenly non-potable alcohol production has gone down? Because it is necessary to, there has been or is likely to be marked a deterioration in the quality of any article or class of articles relatable to that industry or manufactured or produced in the industrial undertaking or undertaking, as the case may be. Then 3, there has been or is likely to be a rise in prices of any article or class of articles relatable to that industry or manufactured or produced in the industrial undertaking or undertakings, as the case may be. And 4, it is necessary to take any such action as is provided in this chapter for the purpose of conserving any resources of national importance which are utilized in the industry or the industrial undertaking or undertakings, as the case may be. Then, my lords, may kindly come to 16. For powers of the central government on completion of investigation. Then A, power is to regulate the production of any article or class of articles by the industrial undertaking or undertakings and fixing the standard of production. Then C, B I am skipping. C, prohibiting the industrial undertaking or undertakings from resorting to any act or practice which might reduce its or their production capacity or economic value. Well, suppose we need industrial alcohol for sanitizer and majority of the industrial alcohol goes for manufacturing of potable intoxicating liquor. But the government can step in and say that circumstances exist that we give up our forbearance, we step in and we exercise this power. Controlling the prices or regulating the distribution of any article or class of articles which have been the subject matter of investigation. My lord, now price control is, my lord, your lordships may mark entry 34 list 3. Then your lordships have, my lord, seen 18. Your lordships have that? May I read?
Yes.
Power to control supply, distribution, price, etc. of certain articles. The central government, so far as it appears to it to be necessary or expedient, for securing equitable distribution and availability at fair prices. This is the condition. Which condition may arise in future, even with regard to scheduled industries which are today exempted. Please go further, my lord, at fair prices or any article or class of articles relatable to any scheduled industry. Lord, the relatable means raw material also. The only condition is that it should be formation of an opinion that it is required for securing a equitable distribution and availability at the fair prices at a national level. So not only the production, the price, the quality, the manufacturing activity, but even related products also can be regulated. Lord, scheduled industry may, notwithstanding anything contained in any other provisions of this act, by notified order. Lord, this is one contention which I'll separately deal with, my lord, in a very short span. Notified order provide for regulating the supply and distribution thereof and trade and commerce therein. My lord, the expressions under 33, list 3, 33. Then, without prejudice to the generality of the powers conferred by subsection 1, a notified order made thereunder may provide A, for controlling the prices at which any such article or class thereof may be bought or sold. Price control. Then, my lord, C, prohibiting the withholding from sale of any such article or class thereof ordinarily kept for sale. Then D. And D is relevant, my lord, even for the purpose of answering that notified order question, my lord. For requiring any person manufacturing, producing, or holding in stock any such article or class thereof to sell the whole or part of the article so manufactured or produced during a specified period. So, notified order can be for a specified period also. The power before that date and after that specified date still remains. Or to sell the whole or a part of the article so held in stock to such person or class of persons and in such circumstances as may be specified in the order. Then E, for regulating or prohibiting any class of commercial or financial transactions. See the width of the act, my lord. It occupies the field totally. Or for regulating or prohibiting any class of commercial or financial transactions relating to such article or class thereof, which in the opinion of the authority making the order are, or if unregulated are likely to be detrimental to public interest. Even this can be done if public interest requires. It would normally not be done. That is forbearance. When it is done by way of a notified order. But the power remains.
But the fact of the forbearance, really, that's the point which you will have to meet, which is that today, except for 4 industries, cigarettes, electronic or aerospace, industrial explosives, and hazardous chemicals, all other industries have been exempt from the provisions of the statute. The
This
power under section 29B has been utilized, you said. So, though theoretically speaking, the government, of course, the authority which issues an exemption can withdraw it. There's nothing to prevent the government from again withdrawing the exemption for one or more industries. Today, as the position stands, industrial alcohol per se stands exempted from the provisions of the Act, right? Now, in a theoretical future, the government can, of course, withdraw the exemption if it sees, as you rightly said, suppose, there's a COVID-like situation arose, and hopefully we hope it will never again arise. But
yes, anywhere in the world. Yes.
Anywhere in the world. But as you said that, you required sanitizers, therefore you had to control the production of alcohol used for sanitizers. Fair enough. But if the government has, as of a given point of time, exempted an industry completely from the operation of the Act, right? So as to obviate any exercise of the power under section 18G at that time, then other states
Or other provisions.
Right.
Or
other states then denuded of the power to regulate that industry.
My lord, I'll just point out, my lord.
The exemption from the provisions of the statute covers everything or only licensing?
Only licensing, not section 2. Section 2, which is a declaration under entry 52. I just read, your lordship need not open. Section 2 of the IDRA, declaration as to expediency of control by union. It is hereby declared that it is expedient in public interest that union should take under its control the industries specified in the first schedule. This is not exempted. This operates. The regime of licensing is under the forbearance. My lord, otherwise what happens? And whether, my lord, I'm posing a question to myself, your lordships would interpret it in that manner that this is the result. What happens if your lordships were to say that so long as there is a notified order, the state would be denuded of its powers? If there is no notified order and we are in a forbearance, we means the central government is in a forbearance regime, they would have the power. My lord, the question I'm posing to myself is, my lord, can that be the jurisdictional ping pong? That if I interfere, they may have a law that would stop from operating because now there is a notified order.